Welcome back to the NXL Windy City Major. About to come into the Division II Consolation third or fourth game between KC Missouri Allstars and Energy Elite Alpha. These teams fighting for seed points right here in our last set of the tournament. Got Energy Elite Alpha running out to the Snakeside Tower and the Dorito Side Wedge, asking for a check. Both these teams wish they were playing on the pro field, but instead they're on Pro Shar with us, fighting for third place. KC Missouri All-Stars wants to win the series title still, but they're going to lose their Dorito Brick player going forward. I believe it's 4-on-4. KC Missouri All-Stars getting into the stake. That's 22. Drama played well in the semifinals match. They also have that Snakeside Tower offering support, now moving up through the center into the Dorito Side Tower. 4 alive for Missouri All-Stars. Energy Elite Alpha in that Snakeside Tower. They're also in that Snakeside Can. 2 alive at least. I'm not sure if they have anyone left on the Dorito side, but they're going to lose their tower. Missouri All-Stars in full control. And Energy Elite Alpha is going to blow the horn. So KC Missouri All-Stars taking a 1-point lead. Plagued by penalties in their semifinals match. It really hurt them in the end. But taking the first one here as we come into Chicago Distortion versus Paintball Fit. This game matters seriously for both these teams in a very tightly contested series title race. Paintball Fit, they don't need a win, but they really would like to have a win to maximize the number of seed points you win. Based on how you place at these tournaments, you get a certain number of points. The team with the most points at the end of the season in semi-pro is awarded a pro spot. Paintball Fit was in pro last year. They finished in last place, were relegated to semi-pro. They were sitting in first place going into this event, but then were knocked out by rivals Blast Camp. So Blast Camp likely to overtake them in the rankings. Paintball Fit trying to limit the damage done out here against a very impressive Chicago Distortion team who sends 2 to the Snake Can. Haber with his signature move, shooting from the box and then getting into the Snake 2. Paintball Fit also sending Brody Lukow into the 50 Snake. Distortion definitely knows he's there as that bunker is being peppered. Colt Lukow also calling out Snake. Ryan Rodarte filling out into the Dorito Side Wedge. He might be able to get a shot on Cody Lukow's pack. Or Brody Lukow's pack, that is, sorry. Distortion losing one body. Here we are in the Snake. Oh, Brody on the wrap. Shoots Haber in the pack. Haber had no idea he was there. Brody crawling forward into the Snake 2. Another poison situation. Oh, shoots him in the face. Gets him clean. Somehow, Brody looking at his gun. I think his gun misfired there. So Wenk able to kill Brody out of the Snake. Another Paintball Fit player walking off. So definitely 2 left alive for Distortion. 2 left alive for Paintball Fit. It's Ryan Rodarte and Wenk for Distortion against Cody Lukow. And I believe that's Stewart over there on the Dorito side in a 2-on-2 situation. Colt Lukow definitely knows that there's a Snake. Wenk firing crossbody at the Dorito Side Wedge. And now Rodarte coming into the Dorito Side Brick. He's played well. Oh, Paintball Fit launching through the center. I think that's Stewart. He's going to shoot Rodarte in the back. And now he's got a huge angle advantage on Wenk. Wenk is going to get shot, and Paintball Fit's going to take a 1-0 lead over Chicago Distortion. Paintball Fit trying to minimize the seed point damage here. Really looking to get a third place finish. Maintain their lead or minimize their deficit in the seed points race. Paintball Fit looking to go into World Cup and earn their pro spot for next year. These semi-pro players, they want that pro spot so bad. You can't just sign up for pro in tournament paintball at the NXL. You have to earn it in semi-pro. And you get a lot of seasoned talent out here. A lot of up-and-coming talent and great teams playing connected paintball out here. Some really difficult matches to win. But now we're looking at Division 2. That's Energy Elite Alpha on your screen. They're the little brother team to the pro team Energy Elite. For all the teams out there, you always want to practice teams who are ranked higher than you. That's how you get better. You got to take your lumps. Energy Elite Alpha taking those lumps out in Arizona and now breaking out here, sending 2 to the Snakeside Can, going heavy guns. They do get outside to the Little Dorito. Not sure if they got a kill off the break from the KC Missouri All-Stars Midwest team. It's dear to Vince Cunningham's heart. All-Stars with 2 in the can as well, but they do get deep into the Dorito 3. Now filling out into the Snake Aztec, but he gets shot. They are in the Snakeside Tower, however. So now looking at KC Missouri All-Stars and Energy Elite. Energy Elite in the back line for the most part. Oh, and they're going to lose that Dorito 1 player in a gun battle. So things getting dicey for Energy Elite Alpha and those back cans on the cross. Trying to keep KC Missouri All-Stars from coming forward. KC Missouri All-Stars with more penetration. They have that Snakeside wedge bunker, playing heads up in there, communicating well. They also get into the Dorito side tower, however. Energy Elite Alpha, player number 23, able to slip into the snake, and then he sees KC Missouri All-Stars fill out into the corner. He gets on the wire, trying to maintain dominance over there. Oh, someone comes into the center to try to get him. Great shot by the KC Missouri's All-Star coming through the center. That's Chapman to bunker the snake and stay alive. Always want to try to stay alive if you can when you bunker someone. Chapman, 8-16 coming through the center. I think it's just these 2 players left alive for Energy Elite Alpha. Make that 1 player left alive in the Dorito side can. So KC Missouri All-Stars taking a 2-0 lead over Energy Elite Alpha. No penalties so far for KC Missouri All-Stars. That was their Achilles heel in the first match. For those of you who don't know, the Achilles heel, reference to the Greek myth, the Iliad, the tragedy by Homer. Well, it's actually an epic poem. It's not a tragedy. But Achilles, the greatest warrior of all, thought to be undefeatable, took an arrow through the back of his heel. And that's what felled him in the Battle of Troy. And in the end, that's what took him down. So Achilles not immortal after all. That's where that term Achilles heel comes from. Read a book once in a while. Paintball crowd. All right, coming back into Paintball Fit against Chicago Distortion. Paintball Fit with the 1-0 lead. Really need these seed points here. Disappointing showing for Paintball Fit. They show up at every event expecting to win. They play more paintball, I think, than maybe anybody out here in the NXL, drilling all the time under the lights, Wednesday night, Saturday, Sunday, out there at their home field in Texas. Saw a lot of representation of Dallas, Texas in the field Paintball Fit out here today in that D3, D4 Xball set, facing a very veteran Chicago Distortion team who was not able to pull off the homecoming victory, but looked great. Haber, number 2 on the Snake side, was my favorite player out here this weekend. Really loved the pace he brought to the game, pulling up at the box, getting kills off the break, and then slamming into that snake, playing it with more pace than anybody. On your screen, the nearest player, number 2, Haber, right there. Also, Ryan Rodarte playing dynamic up the center, but they just ran into an Austin Notorious team that was too much for them to handle. Out here, look for Haber to run snake off the break. He does. Runs it wide, but too wide, and he's going to get shot. He doesn't really look like he's into this. I think Haber's disappointed, maybe still thinking about that semifinals match. Meanwhile, Brody Lukow getting into the 50 snake. Oh, and he crawls low enough. They don't know he's in there. Brody Lukow onto Distortion side of the field, undetected. He might shoot. Yeah, he's going to shoot that Dorito can. He does shoot that Dorito can. I think he might have shot the snake can too. Now Rodarte tries to come through, but Paintball Fit protects their snake player. So Brody Lukow does get shot eventually, but he does his damage. And Distortion going to blow the towel, giving Paintball Fit a 2-0 lead. Great point for Paintball Fit there. You know, just struggled to generate offense against Blast Camp. Struggled to shoot the snake off the break, but they were able to do it in that one against Distortion with the gray beanies pulled over the mask so that you don't have rainwater dripping into your lens, clouding your vision. Not fun to be on a paintball field and not being able to see your opponents. That's how you get clapped up in the face and embarrassed. Out here on this NXL live cast, me and Vince bringing you all the great action all weekend long from these semi-pro teams. Shout out to everyone in the comments giving us the feedback. Shout out to my haters. I pray for you every day. Looking at KC Missouri Allstars lining up with a 2-0 lead, 12:22 left in this match all day for a comeback. If you're Energy Elite Alpha, running out wide to the snake side, trying to go straight in from there. Looks like he makes it. Slipping and sliding in this Chicago mud. That 50 snake has turned into a disgusting mud pit. Looks like one player coming off for an Energy Elite Alpha. They lose one off the Dorito side, but quickly fill into that big Dorito 2. They're also now into the juice box now, into the Dorito 3. Great movement up there for Energy Elite Alpha. KC Missouri All-Stars, though, with both towers, the Dorito 2 and the 50 snake. Ooh, but Energy Elite Alpha slips into the snake and kills the Missouri All-Stars player down the wire. Great move by Boonie Hat number 2. Now he takes over full possession of the snake. We're looking at our fans on the sideline, captivated by this incredible semi-pro action. Now number 2 looking inside. He's going to try to get a kill on that tower. He does get that kill. The player in the wedge is like, me? I didn't get shot. Ooh, but great shot by, who's that? Godwin? Godwin comes in and shoots that snake tower. Shout out to our great cameraman. I don't know if that's Francis or Steve, man, in that camera, but great job picking it up, into our production team for switching to that camera. Now we got this snake battle over there. Godwin blows him apart over the top. Energy Elite player not able to push out on Godwin. Also going to try to shoot that small Dorito. He's going to pull up and load and tell his homies it's just that little Dorito. Get him out, ref, he says. KC Missouri All-Stars up 2-0 and looking to close this one out to take a 3-0 lead. Rob, the head ref over here. Happy to see a clean game. No penalties so far in either set. Godwin waving off his boys. Gonna let them blow the towel. If you got a hit on you, it doesn't matter if they blow the towel. I think I'm going to be joined again by my partner, Vince, walking over here after his moment in the sun up on the pro field. They got a raised viewpoint over there at Go Sports, don't they?
Yeah, I literally got stuck in the mud over there, not right outside the pro field. My shoe literally came off.
Dang. I thought you meant like both feet sunk into the mud and you were truly stuck. We're looking at the trade show now. Great trade show over here.
Yeah, everyone's closing up right now as we get to the end of this event so far.
There's this really great dramatic desolation that happens late in the tournament in paintball, you know? A lot of people leave. It's ghostly when you get into these finals matches. Really dramatic feeling out here in the rain. Sun looking like it wants to break through. Maybe throw a great rainbow over the tournament. Would love to see it, but who knows if we'll get lucky. Paintball Fit up 2-0 against Distortion. You can tell that Paintball Fit's playing like they want it. They know these seed points matter. Can't slouch here against Distortion, running snake off the break with Rogers. Oh, no, he gets shot off the break by Distortion. They got Haber in both towers looking at the Paintball Fit faithful. Tense on the sidelines here. They know what's on the line. Distortion rolling their guns 5 up. They have both wedges looking snake way.
Got Wank in the back there, trying to shut that Dorito side, working with his teammates. Rodarte up in the front, trying to see who this is. I don't think that's Unger.
No, right here near us, it's Haber.
That's
sure.
Haber? Okay.
In the red mask, looking at Paintball Fit. You got Colt Lukow and the snake can on the cross, communicating as he does. You got the Dorito can on the cross. They're also going to get into that Dorito side wedge, I believe. It's Rodarte getting into the Dorito brick. He's asking for a check, so he's definitely going to be known there. Actually, he's shot. So tough death for Rodarte. Distortion in their body language and the way their pit is. I don't think they're too into this Consolation game, if you ask me.
Yeah, no, they're definitely competitors, and the last thing that a lot of these teams want to be playing for is third and fourth. Good for them for season-wise. Taking third will bump them up a little bit, but
I don't think they care as much as Paintball Fit, who's playing for the series title, and they want to maximize the points, whereas Distortion, I think the dream is dying a little here. They throw the towel to save Haber the punishment.
Speaking of...
did you already give out the BKI award, too?
Did, yep. So it went to Archie Barnes Jr.
Yeah, I was going to change my vote, but Archie Barnes Jr. definitely deserving. Who won up there?
Actually, that's what I'm getting ready to get into. Blast Camp came out to a very close game between Blast Camp and Notorious.
So you're on cloud 9. Oh, just kidding. No, I forgot you're unbiased.
I'm happy that Blast Camp won. I definitely, those guys came into this with a lot of questions to ask, a lot of answers to get. So great to see them actually go through and get the win. Notorious put up a great battle over there. The one thing that Blast Camp did really well, they shut down Archie Barnes Jr.
They shot him off the break?
Shut him down. Let him move. So you know how he was getting in there? They picked him up right away. They had to go up to the corner. They were shooting down at that spot, so didn't even let him actually get into the snake at any point in time. So great job.
They didn't run him off the break?
They tried to. He would get clipped. They did it one time.
They shot him off the break once, and they didn't go back to it?
Yep.
I mean, to me, that's a coaching error because I think he got shot 2 out of 30 times this weekend, but good for Blast Camp for being able to shoot him. He was difficult all weekend long to manage, and great job keeping him out of there.
I will say that was just the points that I watched. By the time I got over there, they were already into the match. Okay, I don't know if they tested it a couple times before.
I'll have to go back and watch the tape, as coaches all should.
Yeah, it was 2-2 when I got over there.
Now we're looking at KC Missouri Allstars up 3-0, looking dominant so far over Energy Elite Alpha, who lose one off the break. They keep 2 in that snake can. He's able to get out. No, he's not. Into that snake insert. So KC Missouri All-Stars in control over here. Filling up getting caught on a big fill into the brick. However, trucking down that Dorito side. I think it might just be that small Dorito left. Make it the big Dorito for Energy Elite Alpha as KC Missouri All-Stars get into the 50 snake.
And that's going to be Cameron Long, number 92, storming down the snake side real quick.
And then that's going to wrap it up.
Be careful. Ref looking for ref going to throw a minor penalty.
On whom? It might be on Energy
I think it's
Elite
on
Alpha. It's going to be on Energy Elite Alpha, who will now have to start down 1 in a mercy rule point. Where's 4 points mercy rule in D2? It's 5, right?
I believe it's 5 in D2. And Missouri All-Stars really want this one back, as NRG Elite Alpha is the only team to beat them in the prelims. So just double check with the ref.
Starting down 1 for Energy Elite Alpha, who catches a minor on their last body. The worst penalty you can get is 1 on your last living player, because it's going to affect the next point.
Absolutely. So,
KC Missouri All-Stars, no penalties in this one so far, Vince. And that was what really hurt them in their semifinals matchup.
Absolutely.
Paintball Fit also with a commanding 3-0 lead over Chicago Distortion.
And again, if you're just now tuning in, you can watch back all this amazing action we've had all weekend long on the Facebook NXL page, so facebook.com/NXL. You can see that we had the morning and afternoon brackets mixed up. So,
talking penalty on the Energy Elite Alpha player.
All right.
Catch the minor.
So far, we've had an amazing weekend of action as it's starting to come to an end a little bit, as these are the last matches we're going to have is the D2 and semi-pro consolation matches. So, right now, just like you said, Pbfit playing for season points contention, taking a 3rd place. It does put the bracket in a little bit of a different position. Now, Chicago Distortion going to end up in 4th. They're not going to move up or down because of this 4th place finish. But Blast Camp is going to try to fight back and get as many points as they can as Notorious.
Paintballfit.com.
Yeah.
Coming out losing Rogers out to the snake corner. Paintball Fit playing with a chip on their shoulder. Chicago Distortion going to catch a minor penalty. So I think it's going to be 4-on-3 in Paintball Fit's favor.
Yeah, 10 minutes, 38 seconds left to go.
Paintball Fit communicating as Colt. You can always hear Colt's voice, Colt Lukow for Paintball Fit. But they're going to lose their player out of the snake side wedge.
Oh, and a minor penalty goes up. It looks like it's going to be
on Distortion. 2 minor penalties in that point. And you can tell by the way Distortion's walking off that they just kind of don't want to be here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how I feel really about if you don't want to be here, I mean, just don't feel the team. Right, just at that point, just say, "Hey, we'll go ahead and take the whatever."
Yeah,
because you can tell, Paintball Fit really wants to be on this field right now. They want every second of it, and I'm a big fan of Chicago Distortion, big fan of the guys over there. A lot of them coming from the old Trademark Gun Outlaws, picking up some guys in the off season after their spot gets sold by Jeremy Salm to the Latin Saints, and really just
getting an update from.
All right, 2 minors on Distortion.
Ref. Pack hit, forearm hit.
Wow.
2 minors in that point, sinking their chances. I love the way Distortion was playing here. Unable to get through Notorious, who then lost to Blast Camp in the finals. Man, I really didn't think Blast Camp was going to win this tournament. I thought they were having trouble figuring out this field. I thought Notorious and Distortion looked dominant. But you know what? That's why they play the games. Blast Camp, a gritty team, and they showed up in all the big moments.
Yeah. So love this jersey selection out here for Todd Boyer in the Maple Leaf Chiefs jersey. So breaking out to the snake side, though, going to get a check by the ref. Oh, Cameron Long going to take the walk there as Todd Boyer pushes up to the wedge on the Dorito side of the field. Looks like Twinkler behind him, but they did not shoot the snake player, but they know it's 50 snakes, so they got to be careful right now. Todd doesn't know that there's a 50 snake right now. As Energy Elite Alpha storming back right now, shooting over the top. That's Twinkler or Drama trying to make the fill out here. Oh, wow. So Energy Elite Alpha stitches up Todd Boyer, but he does trade with them and gives him a piece of his mind as well. So great job trying to see who that is on the Dorito side of the field for KC Missouri All-Stars. Look, I think that's Clayton Long, the dynamic duo brothers, Cameron and Clayton Long. So Clayton Long working down that side. Oh, but he does get the shot as well. So that's a tough one there, as just one player is left alive right now in the can. I believe that's Twinkler, but he's going to take a walk as well. So, and gives him. Yeah, there's a minor penalty assessed on Energy Elite Alpha.
They're able to absorb it, and I hate that call because that player is just keyed up down the wire and sees a body.
Very lucky that he was able to. Okay,
so they figure out who they're pulling and who they're not pulling. Energy Elite Alpha able to absorb the minor and hit the buzzer. It looks like he might be clean.
Yep. So that point will count, but that was a close one. That is just a mental error right there on the part of Energy Elite Alphas.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
Yeah, it's one of those situations that what if they didn't have enough bodies to pull in that situation? So unsportsmanlike. All right. So, talking a little bit here, our commentator is this is the thing about Coach Mike. Coach Mike, right? Coach Mike starts to come out a little bit.
Can't help but get into it with the refs who have done a great job all weekend long. Once in a while they make a call that I don't like, but overall excellent. Some of the best reffing I've ever seen on the ProShar field.
And so they're going to talk. So essentially what happened, what Coach Mike is talking about here is the player was walking out, ran into a lane, but they considered it a little malicious. It did happen after the fact, though. So I think that's what the ref's seen. The ref's seen the snake player come out and pop this guy a little late. So that's what they called the minor on. Didn't matter, though, as Energy Elite Alpha had enough bodies to pull. So just got to be cognizant of that, especially if you're down points, you're trying to come back. So that being said, going into this next one with Pbfit and Chicago Distortion. Chicago Distortion down by 4 here. 9 minutes, 50 seconds left to go.
Mercy rule point for Paintball Fit, trying to put away Distortion. Colt Lukow getting up into the tower.
You know what makes us such good commentators? Our passion. So I'm passionate about things. You're passionate about different things. Definitely the coach Mike coming out here. Got La Papa here, who's MVP of the the semi-pro final there on the Go Sports field. Checking out the action going on right now between Paintball Fit and Chicago Distortion.
Blast Camp knows what's on the line here. Those guys want to see how Paintball Fit turn out here, see what the seed points are going to look like. Paintball Fit with a commanding 4-0 lead, but 9 minutes left on the clock. There's time for Distortion to work with if they can start putting together a string of points.
Depending on how the points work out, I'm not sure if Blast Camp's first place is going to be... They may be tied with Pbfit. Tied for first.
Yeah, there's a 7-point difference between them now. I'll leave that to the nerds to do the math after the tournament. As
the APPA Lords
loses Colt Luke out of the tower, but they are able to fill out to the Snake Aztec. 2 Distortion players walking off, 3 Distortion players walking off. It might just be Ryan Rodarte in this brick. He's going to get run down. Oh, actually, I think he shoots too.
Yeah,
Ryan Rodarte might be alive. It might be a 1-on-1. I don't see Ryan Rodarte. I'm trying to see
someone's still
Paintball
alive.
Fit also trying to figure out the situation, retreating. That's Trent Mason. He's going to protect his buzzer. It's a 1-on-1. Ryan Rodarte versus Trent Mason. Little gun battling situation here. Ref right in to check him. Oh boy,
minor penalty.
Catch a minor penalty. I don't think there's anyone left. There is not, so that's going to stop the point to give Distortion their first point of the match and cut the lead to 3.
8 minutes left. Plenty of time to come back.
That was a 1-on-3, Ryan Rodarte. Paintball Fit coming through the center. He turns and shoots him, shoots another one, heads up on the Dorito side, and then wins the 1-on-1 against Trent Mason. A 1-on-3 for Ryan Rodarte to keep Distortion alive. We see the Paintball Fit faithful on the sideline. The VIP that's open to everyone over here on the ProShar field. We respect democracy out here. No elitism on the Premier field. Anyone can come out and watch. You don't have to pay anything.
I love the $1 million words that you use, because audience is just used to me talking fun and having a good time. All business out here for Coach Mike.
I was giving the origins of the term Achilles heel and referencing Homer before you missed it when I was solo in here. Having a real good time by myself. Also had Chris Caputo come in from Leverage. That was fun.
Got La Papa here. What's going on, bud?
Blast Camp
so they're
waiting
for Pro to finish.
Talking with Vince, the homies. And so you're looking at Energy Elite with a big deficit against KC Missouri Allstars. They got the boonie hat. They got the basketball style jerseys out there on Energy Elite. We got a little pod runner coming out in an Orlando, Florida long sleeve. I'd venture a guess she bought that at World Cup one year. But who knows? Maybe she was going to Disney. Maybe it was Universal. A lot of fun to have down there in Orlando, Florida, the land of dreams.
All right, sorry about that, everybody. Just talking to La Papa a little bit. So
it's okay, Vince. I muted you.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate it. So La Papa came over. So the second event of the major of the year, so the Philly Open, La Papa won the Powerhouse Reg. He won the Premier Field MVP. This event, he won the Finals MVP. So he didn't get a picture, though. He didn't get to actually get his Powerhouse Reg. They left Philly before we could even award him the award. So
he gets 2 Powerhouse Regs.
No, so he'll get the Powerhouse Reg from Philly, but he gets the Finals MVP plaque from the Pro Field.
So just an embarrassment of riches for La Papa, for Blast Camp. Now we got KC Missouri All-Stars against Energy Elite Alpha. KC Missouri going to lose one off the break, so 5-on-4. Nope, make that 4-on-4. As Energy Elite Alpha also loses one, make that lose 2. However, they do fill into the Snake. Never mind, he's shot. So just 2 players left alive for Energy Elite Alpha. It's that Snake insert and that Snake Tower. Number 2 in the boonie hat. KC Missouri All-Stars not forcing the issue here with a 3-point lead. 7 minutes left to go, so still plenty of time.
And great job here by the All-Stars. Kind of had that 4-1 lead, trying to get this win back from earlier from NRG Elite Alpha, but looks like number 92, that's going to be Cameron Long. Oh, he's out. So number 2 has a penalty. So he's being pulled on a penalty. Oh, he's going to get another penalty?
Rabid out call by the referee there. Deeply passionate. These refs also trying to let out some
Goodwin in the snake corner here, peppering everybody up. Oh, I think he shoots his own player.
But
Goodwin shoots his own player.
Game time's going to be stopped as the refs were trying to find another player to pull on the minor, but Energy Elite Alpha did not have anyone left alive, so that stops the clock. KC Missouri All-Stars is going to take a 5-1 lead despite the team kill from KC.
Yeah, so seeing what's going on right now.
You can hear the pits advocating their cause to the refs. The rain has stopped out here in Oak Forest, Illinois, just a little outside Chicago. VIP area. People are having fun, drinking Michelob Ultras and big bottles of juice.
Yep.
As Pbfit comes out to a raucous crowd, trying to hype up their boys. The boys are disappointed, but still trying to take care of business and seed points.
Yep, that's the great thing we have going on here. We have a phenomenal staff here helping us out. Great support system here, really sticking around for this last match. As I believe the pro finals have not started yet, which the pro finals is going to be Edmonton Impact versus Russian Legion. Red Legion there coming over, finally getting their all-star group all together for this. But then Impact coming off of a win from the last event. So we will be watching that match after this field wraps up. I believe this is the last match on this field.
Sure is. It's the last you'll hear our voices this weekend, so savor it. As Distortion breaking out, losing one off the break. Pbfit, I think, gets 5 alive. They got Chavez in the Dorito 1.
Yeah, great job there. Chavez been a force for them, but unfortunately looks like they're going to lose.
Brody Lukow over there, he gets shot. They're going to lose another off the Dorito side, so Distortion in business.
Yeah, Distortion coming back right now a little bit. Let's see if they can keep this momentum up right now.
Plenty of time on the clock if they want to mount a comeback. It's a matter of heart now. Late in the tournament, you've played a ton of paintball. It's muddy out here. Ryan Rodarte in the snake side brick for Distortion, looking inside, trying to catch Pbfit Phil to the outside. Distortion also getting into the 50 snake. I think that's probably Wenk. It sure is. Yep. He's going to come up and shoot inside.
Go ahead.
I'll
say I found out some news earlier before this match. Unger actually hurt. He got hurt that last match and bandaged it up and decided to play through it. So.
Wow. Love to hear it. What do you think about that, Vince? Because you and I were in disagreement when it came to Thomas Mantoni on preferred mob. How do you feel about playing hurt?
Yeah, so Thomas Mantoni's injury, a little more critical, but Thomas Mantoni has a phenomenal the P-Mob has a phenomenal roster, but they need his leadership. Unger, they have a deep roster, and he's actually not pushing it too hard. He's sitting out several points. I believe he's only actually played 1 point so far in this semifinals.
So Distortion coming through with 3 bodies alive to get another point on the board.
I apologize, not semifinals, Consolation. Yeah, actually, he's got his pod pack off in the pit. Unger is not playing. So I think he played 1 point to try to see if he could push it, and he cannot. So Unger doing, in my opinion, what's the right thing and sitting out this one. So, again, if you're just now joining us, we have NRG Elite Alpha and KC Missouri All-Stars in the D2 Consolation 3rd and 4th. We also have Pbfit versus Distortion, the semi-pro Consolation 3rd and 4th. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors out here all weekend long: ProSharp Paintball, Planet Eclipse, GI Sports, HK Army, Lone Wolf Paintball.com, Dye Paintball, Sup Air, and DLX Lux Technologies, along with all of you at home who give us this phenomenal opportunity to try to provide the best commentating and free paintball experience that we have here at the Windy City Major. So again, tons of great paintball we've watched so far here.
It's been a great tournament out here. I've really enjoyed calling these games, seeing high-level play. I also enjoyed watching the D4 and D3 teams. New York Wrecking Crew in Division 3 really impressed me with high-level play. I mean, they've won 23 straight matches and 3 straight major events. I mean, look for them to be a force in Division 2 next year. certainly a factor at World Cup. Now, KC Missouri All-Stars trying to polish off a Mercy Rule victory against Energy Elite. Oh, but maybe not. Stopping
wait,
the clock.
stopping the time.
Stopping the time. I'm not sure what happened. I think a player someone might have lost their mask out here. The ref is saying, don't move. Nobody move, they're calling out here. Not sure exactly what's going on. The refs,
I think someone's either hurt or someone's on the ground. A mask got lost somewhere. So camera's looking around trying to find something. And now
they're going to resume action. Someone must have lost a mask out here. We try to be as safe as possible on the paintball field. If a player loses a mask, the action stops as soon as possible, trying to protect people's eyeballs out here. Not sure what else it might have been.
Yeah, so referee telling all the players barrels down for the restart this point right now.
They might do a 10-second burn or something. We'll get an update from Rob, the ultimate ref. He's been in touch with us, doing a great job all weekend long.
Oh, they're going to resume play here.
Resume play in their spots. A quick go.
Is someone okay? So. All right, so someone's mask came off. That was confirmed.
If your mask comes off, you're eliminated as a player, and they stop the action on the field. Keep all the players in their bunkers. All the players are required to wear chin straps out here to avoid that exact situation, but crazy things happen in paintball.
Yeah, with the mud and everything, it's very easy for that to happen. Oh, my goodness.
On Energy Elite Alpha is probably going to end their tournament and going to give KC Missouri All-Stars a Mercy Rule victory in this third or fourth consolation match. Chapman, 816 in the Snakeside Tower, and someone, I think it's number 7. You might know them, Vince, on the Dorito side, just waiting to figure things out.
Yeah, it's Chappie, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be Clayton Long.
Highly unusual point as we had a stoppage of play for safety. Great job by the refs, really barking it out. Stop.
Yeah, there's just safety for the players in that situation.
Safety first, always out here on the paintball field.
Yep, so that is Clay. So Clay's going to go ahead and hang maybe he's not.
He's going to hit it.
Oh, he is, okay.
Yeah, because they're not going to blow the horn because they're down 4. That's going to be a Mercy Rule victory. I'm finally seeing the suit guy over here.
Yeah, it's Grant Piani, Mr. Famous Suit Guy.
I don't know. He's wearing like kind of Dickies work pants and also no tie. He's got kind of like a preppy business casual look going.
Yeah. Grant, so very much a business guy himself. So
I expected it to be a little bit more formal. I got to say the check shirt and open collar,
business cash, right?
Casual. So I guess we're taking care of business, but we're also trying to have a good time out here on paintball.
Yeah, Grant, expect a adult beverage in his hand as soon as this is over. Guy likes to have a lot of fun. But yeah, definitely with the mud pit. Not bringing out the suit, not bringing out the tie and the loafers on this one.
Does he normally wear a tie?
Usually wears a tie and loafs.
Good.
So it takes it pretty seriously, but obviously the weather being what it is.
Hey, maybe that's why they got 3rd place instead of 1st.
Yeah, I'll let him know you said that.
Yeah,
so.
You sure can.
I say, hey, Coach Mike said you guys would have won if you would have worn a tie and loafs.
Wear a tie next time, scrub.
As we're sitting here with completely destroyed shoes in the mud. All right.
Suit is not my brand as Distortion goes Dorito 2 and knocks out the Snake off the break. And then Haber, doing his classic delay into the Snake, had great success with that all weekend long. The runner-up unofficially for the BKI award. Gets into the 50 Snake. Distortion trying to follow up, trying to cut into this Paintball Fit lead. Trying to ruin Paintball Fit's day a little bit more after they lose to their rival Blast Camp in the semifinal. Haber getting on the wrap. It's going to give Colt Lukow a couple extra on his way out. Haber now getting onto Paintball Fit side of the field, going to come out. Misses his first engagement with the Fit player in that Snakeside Aztec. I think that's Rogers, keyed up, trying to battle with Haber.
See if he can get the shot down here. So Wank taking over.
Haber letting his Ryan Rodarte know what the situation is. He's going to kill Rogers down the wire. I think that's going to do it. So Distortion, I wrote them off too quick. I kind of thought that they were over it out here, but sure enough, they come back, scoring 3 unanswered to bring it within 1 against Paintball Fit. They did come to play Ryan Rodarte. I was wrong. I can admit it. They are not done with this. They look fired up now. Sensi, Haber, Rodarte, Kohler. Yeah, fired up team. I really like this team. I thought they might win this event, and they made a fan out of me, Vince.
There we go.
Chicago Distortion. Now we got a leaky air tank somewhere. Rob, our ultimate.
All right, far Dorito side mask that came off. So just give.
Of course, Rob absolutely. Giving us the update as he does. A great ultimate ref over here in the purple Crocs. Lets us know that it was a Dorito side player who lost his mask. Good job by the refs. I give them a hard time sometimes, but they do a great job out here keeping everyone safe, keeping the gameplay fair. Rob, the ultimate, hearing complaints from coaches all weekend long and giving us the updates. Great job by the NXL crew. It's a really impressive operation they pull off over here, putting up all these fields, a great trade show, a great live cast, adding things all the time with the WNXL. A lot of great stories in the WNXL.
Yeah, we've seen a ton of those players out here this weekend. Notably, Rosie McCurley with East Coast Effect.
Getting a couple spins out there in Division 2. Who won in Division 2? Do you know?
I want to say I was not able to go over there for that match. We were over here commentating the D5 5-man. So I'm gonna double check some quick scores real quick to see who actually took that Division 2 victory.
Looking at Chicago Distortion coming out with 10 seconds left.
So Struggle.
Paintball Fit. Struggle wins Division 2, and now Distortion trying to tie things up against Paintball Fit in this 3rd and 4th Consolation match that looked like it's going to be a blowout. Now has become a tightly contested game. Distortion shoots Paintball Fit Snake player off the break. So a 5-on-4 advantage for Distortion, who's trying to tie this game after going down 4-0 to start. Chavez in the Dorito 1 for Paintball Fit, backed off, trying to keep Distortion out of the snake. No deep penetration for Paintball Fit, who's in the back line. This is kind of what cost them against last camp, but they do manage to shoot. I think that was, I'm not sure who that was trying to get into the snake for them. Rodarte, we have not seen on the snake side. That's why it took me so long to figure it out. So it's going to be 4-on-4 out here. Distortion against Paintball Fit. Distortion in the snake side wedge. The Dorito 1 and the snake side can. I think they have another body. Maybe not. It might just be 3 for Distortion. And then Paintball Fit with the snake side can, the back center.
Yeah, and a great job here by Distortion.
I think they have Chavez in that big Dorito too. They sure do. So 3 alive for Distortion, 4 alive for make that 3 alive for Paintball Fit.
What a shot!
Is that Trent Mason getting shot out of that snake side can, losing a gun battle. Both these teams, high level gun battlers. Chavez now sneaking into the juice box on the Dorito side. Big fill out to the snake corner for Paintball Fit. Not sure who that is.
Got to be careful right now as Haber looking inside. Taking a nice fill out here from the corner. Is that Scott Stewart?
I think that is Scott Stewart, who we haven't seen much of over here, but now Distortion getting into the snake. I think that's Wank. It is.
Yep, Wank taking over.
But is that Chavez coming through the center for
Fit? It is Chavez.
But Wank gets into the 50 snake undetected, so he catches Chavez. And I think they're going to shoot Colt on the fill out, so I think it's just Stewart in the back right for Paintball Fit. Distortion coming through the center now. That tiny bunker is going to get even tinier soon. Look for Stewart to get peeled off before too long. Hanging tough in there right now. But Distortion coming through the center, going to put it on him for 4 unanswered points for Chicago. Distortion coming out here, facing a mercy rule defeat to Paintball Fit, and then tying things up 4-4. Going to have about 2 minutes and 50 seconds left of action. Really, really frustrating tournament for Paintball Fit, who came in ranked first in semi-pro, their destiny in their hands, but they've started to struggle out here after taking a commanding lead against Distortion. And paintball's such a momentum-driven sport. Distortion with all of it right now. Tie game, 245. I regret fully writing off Distortion. Those guys came out here with a lot of fight in this consolation game.
See, you're supposed to be the optimistic one. I was the pessimistic one at the beginning of the weekend. So, but yeah, I agree. It did look like that Distortion, there's kind of aloof a little bit. They're lackadaisical about it.
I think it took a punch in the face for them to get fired up, and then once Pbfit had taken that lead, they're like, we can't get embarrassed by these kids, right? Because Distortion, there's a ton of experience on that field. Pbfit, no slouches, certainly. Number 1 in the series, but a young team. So I think for a team like Distortion with a lot of pro talent, they're like, what are we doing?
Absolutely. And, I think the other thing is, too, it is a little bit of a mindset shift. You do want to be playing for first and second always. But in this situation, looking at points, if I'm Distortion, knowing where Pbfit is, if Pbfit takes a 4th place, it does kind of mess their points up a little bit. So maybe Distortion's just trying to help out Blast Camp a little bit, another Chicago Midwest team. So, yeah, again, awesome action going on all weekend long. Refs have done a phenomenal job trying to keep everybody safe and make sure the game is clean. On top of that, we've had an amazing production crew as well. Very fortunate, and I can't thank you enough, Mike, for joining me this weekend as we get into the final couple minutes here of this match. Again, the weather was beautiful all weekend long. If you watch back all this action on Facebook /NXL, so facebook.com/NXL, go to the video section. You can actually watch the morning, afternoon, all the matches through Friday, Saturday, and now into Sunday. So, yeah, it's just been a great day so far. Very fortunate. How blessed are we that we get to actually be out here and commentate all this amazing paintball action?
So blessed. I love the rain. Feels good. And I'm going to make a deep paintball history reference for Distortion. Their series title, Hopes Are Not Dead, Dynasty, I think it was 2008, found themselves in 4th place. They'd been the only team to win the NPPL. They needed teams to finish in 10th and 18th and all of that. Everything worked out their way. They got 1st place and won the series title. So for Distortion, at World Cup, you need basically Blast Camp and Pbfit to miss the cut. Yep. You need Austin Notorious to place poorly, and then you need to win. But crazier things have happened in paintball. You can't count anything out. Distortion's proved that this match going down 4 points and storming back.
So not 100% sure, but I know World Cup in seasons past, especially for standings, the lowest tournament drops off, and then World Cup is worth double. I don't know if that is that's just a divisional thing.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that if they do. Pbfit going to run out to the Snakeside insert. He makes it out alive. So
that's Rogers there on your screen.
But you got a ref running in to check. Colt Lukow in the back center. He's going to get called clean. Haber rolling his gun in the Snakeside tower for Distortion. Rodarte getting into the Dorito side wedge. He's played well in that spot all weekend long. Distortion with that strong center presence. Pbfit, meanwhile, rolling their guns in the back line. Chavez from the Dorito 1 trying to keep Distortion out of the snake. They lose one out of the Dorito side can. So 4 alive. 4 Pbfit, all 5 alive for Distortion. Haber is doing hopper surgery in that tower. Might have had a wet or broken ball in there.
And great job here. All the bodies right now crossed up. There are no ties here in Sunday finals in the consolation match. So if this time does run out and they do stay 4-4, we will see an overtime point.
And if overtime goes to time, we might end the tournament with one-on-one. Oh. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, end the field on the one-on-ones. I'd love to see it, as we have some great one-on-one gun battlers out here.
Chavez makes the move into Dorito 2 for Pbfit. All 5 bodies alive for Distortion. They got Rodarte on the cross from the Dorito side wing. Haber on the cross. Oh, they're going to try to fill into the snake. He makes it. That's really good awareness. Wow. Chavez gave up that zone. Colt Lukow with a long shot from the Dorito side can does not put one on Wenk. So now Distortion with dominance over here. Pbfit wants to get in the snake, but they're not going to be able to do it with Rodarte's gun there. 60 seconds left in this match. Tie game. Distortion in the driver's seat, trying to close. Paintball Fit mostly stuck in the back line. They do have Chavez with some advancement on the Dorito side, but definitely Distortion has the ball, although they lose a player out of the Dorito side tower. So 4-on-4 point right here with coming in on 30 seconds left. If either team gets a kill right now, and Paintball Fit does, Paintball Fit has the ball now with a one-body advantage.
Great job.
Rodarte doesn't know it yet. Wank is yelling with frustration at Rodarte and Haber to talk. The comms went down, and they lost 2 bodies. He gets in there. He tries to put a shot on Colt, and the Dorito can. Just 10 seconds left. This one's going to go to overtime as neither team has the progression necessary to hit the buzzer.
Yeah, only thing they need right now is no
Chavez
team to get
goes
a penalty.
for it. He gun battles to his death, but it's going to be too late for Wank, so this game's going to go to overtime. Paintball Fit starts out 4-0. Distortion erases that deficit with 4 unanswers, and now we're going to go into a sudden death overtime point. 5 minutes of game time on the clock to determine who's going to wrap up this tournament with 3rd place. Looking in the Paintball Fit pit.
Distortion doing a phenomenal job right now. Even missing one of their starters, Unger, who was injured in their last match, sitting out this one, not wanting to make anything worse. But the D2 game has wrapped up. So D2 will end struggle with 1st, East Coast Effects 2nd, Kansas City, Missouri Allstars in 3rd, with Energy Elite Alpha in 4th. So, again, playing right now for the 3rd and 4th spots. Blast Camp will take the 1st place against Austin Notorious, who will take 2nd. And over here, we are trying to decide the 3rd and 4th between Pbfit and Distortion. So great to see all these semi-pro teams battling out. So looking into the pits right now for Pbfit, you can see them taking deep breaths, getting ready to go. And on this field, you can see where around the 50, you can see all the mud and all the sliding as that 50-yard line has become extremely important to get in there and wrap around. Tons of battles and actions going on right there. Again, this is the last match of the day on the premier field. Now, obviously moving into World Cup, a lot of storylines, a lot of things going on right now. This match could decide points differences where it's maybe a close race between Pbfit and Blast Camp, but a Pbfit
or a really close race.
Yeah, a really close race. Yeah. This could be the difference in 10-point difference or a 2-point difference.
You know, it's going to be an incredibly stressful situation for both these teams where not only are they going to have to make it into Sunday at World Cup, you really want to make it all the way to the finals. There's a really good chance we see a Paintball Fit and Blast Camp showdown, and the winner of that match is going to earn a pro spot, and I personally can't wait to see it.
I'm very excited for it. Again, this match not over yet, as they will put 5 minutes on the clock for this finals overtime. So it looks like Pbfit
Who do you got, Vince? What do we want to put on the line for this one?
Whoever gets to shower first when we get back to the hotel.
All right, works for me. Who do you got? I got Distortion. I'm going to call it
all
out.
Right, all right. You've been a big Distortion fan this whole entire time.
All weekend.
I'll take
I want
Pbfit.
them to win this
I'll
one.
go with that.
I like the seasoned vets. I like the guys who have been in the trenches and who just can't quit paintball. They want to. They want to walk away, but they just can't.
See, for me, it's always a hard choice because I'm so close to all these teams out here, and I love every.
I don't know
any
of these guys.
See, yeah, that's the tough part for me. So for me, I win no matter who wins. So on the breakout here, Mason, Rogers, Lukow, looks like you're going to go Scott Stewart and Chavez on this final overtime point right now. Rogers getting into
Distortion, losing one off the break over here, and they have a gun down in the back center. I think he got it up.
Yeah, look at Rogers right now trying to crawl up into.
I think all the Distortion guns switched at the same time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they picked him up, although they are shooting the bounce shot now. That's Haber ripping that bounce shot into Rogers.
Right into the 50.
Rodarte gets into the 50 brick, though. Colt Lukow filling out into the Snakeside Tower. He's going to look inside. I thought I saw a hot one come off that bounce shot.
If Rogers crawls and gets down right now, he can come over and get a ton of people. But is there anybody in the can stopping him? No, the can is looking Dorito side. The only person looking right now
is Haber.
Haber.
Haber's going to come into that snake brick if he sees him go. He doesn't see him go.
Oh, wow.
Good low crawl.
Rogers can save
Rogers
it right
probably
now.
going to win the overtime point right now. He gets the deep wrap. Oh, could have shot Haber in the back if he
pops the
his
top
wrap.
right now.
Don't want to pop the top, but you want to get on that low wrap. He comes all the way into snake one.
Have him come up.
He's going to look inside and blow
and just
Haber apart.
destroys the back of Haber, and he gets
Rodarte
the shot on the
too.
Rodarte. Now here comes Wank launching.
Wank doesn't know he's there. He still thinks he's in 50 snake. Rogers is going to get the wrap and murder Wank right here and win this point. It's going to be
Rogers the 3-pack, absolutely destroying Wank.
And just the Dorito 2 left alive for Distortion. He's gone. So Paintball Fit, after losing 4 straight points to Distortion, is able to come out and win an overtime point. And that's going to give them 3rd place in this event.
Amazing final point here by Rogers, getting in there, getting a 3-pack and punishing everybody along the way. So that is Scott Stewart over there, who I think is going to walk in and hit the buzzer. Gonna have a little conversation with Rogers about it, though.
Yeah, just gonna make sure he's extra clean. You have time, body's up for Paintball Fit. That's a really tough point to win. You surrender 4 points in a row. Sometimes it's hard to turn things around. Colt calling everybody off. I want to hit the buzzer.
There we go. He wants to get, the team captain wants to get that final point in, as this will end this afternoon's action and be the end of the tournament for the NXL Premier Field, here with Blast Camp taking the win in overtime over Distortion. So Blast Camp ends up 3rd, Distortion 4th.
Paintball Fit.
Or actually, I skipped Blast Camp. Yes, Paintball
Fit.
Fit.
You just got Blast Camp on the mind.
I got Blast Camp on the mind. So Blast Camp 1st, Notorious 2nd, Paintball Fit 3rd, and Distortion will take a 4th right now. So great job again by all these semi-pro teams and divisional teams out here that play on the NXL Premier Field, as the refs are going to start cleaning stuff up. They have a little huddle in the meeting, or in a meeting in the middle. So again, what an exciting day here, brought to you by all of our sponsors: ProShar, Planet Eclipse, GI Sports, HK Army, LoneWolfPaintball.com, Die Paintball, Sup Air, DLX. As we close out the day here.
In the weekend.
And the weekend
action out here on the field. Thanks to everybody for joining us this weekend. It's been a real treat doing color commentary all weekend long with my partner Vince here.
Yeah, happy I was able to bring you in, man, and it's been a phenomenal time with everybody out here. So again, if you've missed any of the action here at the Windy City Major at Gaelic Park outside Chicago, Illinois, you can watch it all back on the NXL Facebook page, facebook.com/NXL, in the videos section. Again, I'm Vince from Let's Talk Paintball, and I appreciate everybody out here, joined by Coach Mike Jeffries himself, as we are closing up the day. Again, can't wait to see all of you at World Cup. We have semi-pro and WNXL for World Cup. So thank you so much for love and support and watching all weekend, and have a good rest of your day.